All right, I'm here with Coach Mel Menchor. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Kickboxing champion, Coach, San Diego icon here. And if I'm short of breath, we just got done. I apologize. So Mel and I were having a conversation. So Mel, we were talking the other day about, you've trained a lot of successful people, some of the best fighters in the world. You've trained, people that run big businesses. What do you see as the common thread with people that are willing to do challenging things every day?
A lot of this, just like in fighting, has to do with the type of mindset that you have. The elite level fighters, the world champions, right, have a very particular mindset, which is achieving at the highest level and doing what it takes. There's no breaks in life. There's no time off. It's always go time. And that's what everyone does. Every successful person that I have met is always go time. Right? Obviously, we have to balance our lives, with things that help us to have this self-preservation to keep us sane with all the hard work that we do. But at the same time, the majority of their mindset and the perspective is, let's go, let's get to work.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what it takes for anything, really. I mean, you know this, training here, and you can't. You have to constantly train. You have to constantly work at it.
Yeah, no days off. I think that like the people that I've met that are successful on both sides of that coin are the people that work really, really hard, almost like to the point of being unreasonable, but also are very efficient when they recharge. They're not just lazy to sit on the couch. They use their recharge time efficiently, just like they do their workday.
Yeah, I do agree that our spirit needs that, what you would call downtime, but the person in you also knows that we have to still maintain the work that is necessary.
Yeah.
And for them, their brain essentially isn't always resting, it's always working. To the caveat of that person, it's like right? But I don't know anyone that is at that level of success that is not like that. And so God bless people who can pursue and push that way. I know for myself, it all depends on that individual's timeline. When I was training for fights to be the world champion, there was no off time. It was just go, 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 go. After you won a fight, you had 1 or 2 days off, and that was reflecting on what you didn't do right, in the fight, and then you're back in the game training hard for the next one. That was it.
Yeah. So last question. We had a conversation before where I believe in the concept of risk stacking, right? I think people that want to take bigger risks in life, it starts with a whole bunch of small little risks or stepping outside your comfort zone stacked on top of each other. You told me a story how you used to go door to door singing songs for quarters to buy candy and stuff like that. And I used to go door to door. We also talked about this, and I was actually in a religion that went door to door. And I think those little instances of feeling that fear of what's going to happen when the door opens and you have to sing, or those small risks stacked on top of each other, kind of breeds a personality that's more willing to take bigger risks. You ended up, fast forward not that long, you're fighting professionally on TV, never having done it before.
Yeah.
Like your willingness to step in there, I think, is a direct reflection of the risks that you've taken throughout your life, even if they weren't physical risks.
Right. There's definitely virtues that is necessary to put yourself out there. And like you said, as a kid, 4-year-old kid going door to door, knocking and singing songs that you didn't even know what to sing or how to sing. It was like really ridiculous, right, to think about that. But that kind of courage and bravery, that virtue that I maybe subconsciously knew I had or didn't know I have, I wasn't sure, I just did it, is necessary to get you, when that time comes, right, when shit hits the fan or when stuff comes at you, that you are there ready to go and prepared. And that part of you, that heart, which we all have a tremendous amount of it. We just haven't conditioned that part of us to allow it to get out there and do what's necessary. Right here, you can't spar on your first day. you have to, like, you take someone on little bit by little bit, teach them defense, teach them offense, right? And eventually you get there.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about. Like, stack that information down, get those muscle memories in, and then eventually you'll get there. But without that, without the virtue of
Yeah.
bravery and courage and the fearlessness,
Yeah.
it's gonna take a lot longer.
And the same, I think, is true in business. So like, you can't, a lot of people want to hide from the small little uncomfortable situations,
Yeah.
the sales calls, the
Yeah.
meetings, the networking, and they want to go straight towards, I have a good idea, I should have
Yeah.
a successful business. And just like in fighting, it just doesn't work that way. You have to
Right.
build the foundation. You have to nurture that mentality, that
Yeah.
mindset.
100% agree with you. Bottom line, you have to try, right? You have to try. If it's asked of you, not even, you want to get to a point where it doesn't have to be asked of you, that you should go out there and ask and try yourself, right? But when that opportunity does come and they do, you got to try it. If you don't,
Yeah.
it's just not going to happen. In here, what if never entered the ring? That makes sense?
Yeah.
What if never entered the ring? For me, that has been my life process, right? If I didn't want to try, I wouldn't have become who I was.
Yeah.
But it all starts small, like you said, right?
Yeah.
Go out there. You don't know. And then it's information that you get if you didn't do it right or if you failed at it. It's okay. It's just how we learn. And you're not going to learn if you don't try
Yeah.
and fail,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you gotta be willing to fail.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you, Mel. I know you got somebody else to torture in here, man. So
I'm good, man.
thank you.
Thanks, man.